A rollback pay reopens a closed pay and allows you to roll back any non-purged period that is still in current transactions. In this video, we will look at the process for rollback a pay and the steps required to prepare the database. A rollback pay will roll back pays with the same pay period code. For example, if you were to roll back to the adjustment shown, it would roll back the other pays with pay period code F. During a rollback pay, the following processes take place for every pay sequence that is rolled back. Transactions from the pay sequence are removed from history. The summary figures for the pay sequence are reset. The status of the pay period calendar, and flags on the pay sequence are reset to open. Entity details that were updated during the closing procedures based on changes proposed by pay processing are reversed. When you roll back the pay is reopened and needs to be reprocessed before closing. Therefore, if you roll back multiple pays, you would need to reprocess each and close them before moving on to the next. If there have been any employee changes, such as employee rate changes, this may affect rollback pays as it may not match the original payment. In this situation, you would need to adjust the employees who don't balance to the original payment and then process and close again. Let's look at a few scenarios of why you would roll back a pay. You may have just closed a pay, but not yet paid it to the bank and been advised that there are some changes required before it is paid. You may have been closing the pay and it was unsuccessful. You would need the rollback pay to fix the error, process the pay, and then close it again. It could be that it's out of balance. You may have sent the bank file to the bank before closing the pay, only for someone to have made changes in the employee that affected the pay, so the figures paid to the bank do not match the figures in the closed pay. It's recommended that you only roll back the last pay that was closed and has not been paid. If the bank has processed the payment, we suggest paying any other payments via a manual pay and to not roll back the pay. If an employee was overpaid, we suggest that you follow the overpayment procedure for your business and do not roll back the pay. As part of the rollback procedure, a Sequences tab displays the pays that the system will roll back. We highly recommend you check this tab to confirm exactly which pay or pays are being rolled back. We will look at this shortly when we run the rollback pay. Before you roll back pay, we recommend that you take a backup of your database and run the pay calculation listing and the direct credit schedule to reconcile with after you roll back and reclose the pay. To run the reports, go to Reports, Report Groups, select Primary Reports, and click the reports to run. To run a backup, go to Administration, Backups, and then click Backup. And click Backup to run the process and allow it to finish. If you are hosted by MYOB Pay Global Online, should you require, you will need to contact support in writing requesting them to restore your live database to this backup after you've done the rollback pay. It's important to note that if you restore a backup to your live databases, any changes made, including submissions via ESS, will be removed from the time the backup was taken until it's restored. Additionally, you will need exclusive access to the database. This means all other users must log out. You can use the eject function for this. In Pay Global, this function can be used if the eject user function has been turned on in modified company settings. To do this, go to Administration, click Modify Company Settings, and then Settings. Click the Miscellaneous tab. If the user eject wait time shows a figure other than 0 minutes, it will be activated. To eject users under Administration, click then double-click Tables/Users Status. Click the Users tab. Here shows the 3 users who are logged into this database. Right-click any of the users and select one of the following options. Eject current user to eject a user out of the database for any reason and the system will remain open. Or eject all users and lock system, which will remove all users from the system and lock it down. When completing rollback pays, we recommend using this option. It will prevent other users from logging back into Pay Global until the lock is removed. Click Yes to eject and lock the system. Notice that the eject lock active status is showing, meaning no other users can log into this database and 2 pending users will be ejected from PayGlobal in 1 minute, as per the company settings we viewed earlier. Click the refresh button to update their eject status. The only remaining user is the one who activated the eject lock. Once the rollback pay is completed, there are 2 ways to remove the lock. Either log out of the database or come back to this lock information, Users tab screen, right-click and select Cancel Eject and Unlock System. Click Yes to confirm you want to do this and the system will reopen for users to log back in. Once a backup is taken and all users have been ejected, to roll back a pay, go to Payroll and double-click Rollback Pay. Click on the sequence number of the pay sequence you want to roll back, then click OK. Click OK on the Payroll Accumulator Period screen. Under the Details tab, information is displayed about the rollback pay process. Click the Pay Sequences tab to see which pays are about to be rolled back or paid. Where there is more than one pay sequence showing, we recommend that you proceed carefully. If you are happy with what's shown in the Pay Sequences tab, click OK to continue. PayGlobal will now complete the rollback pay process. Click Yes to view the log file on completion. In this example, we can see the rollback was successful for both pay sequences. Click the X to close the log file. From the Rollback Pay screen, we can see the pay has now been rolled back. Click the Pay Status icon and select the PR Secu tab to see that both of the pays are now opened and not processed. Once you have rolled back the pay, you can either make your adjustments, reprocess, and close the pay, or reset the pay if it's no longer needed. For example, we have closed 2 manual pays, but only one of them was required. To reset a pay, go to Payroll and double-click Reset Pay. Select the sequence that you want to reset and click OK. A warning message advises you that you can either clear transactions or reset the pay to remove it completely. Clicking Yes will remove the pay completely and reset it. Selecting No will leave the pay open and clear all of the transactions out. Alternatively, choosing Cancel will cancel this process. Select the option that applies to you. Finally, click Yes to view the log file to confirm the reset was successful.